Okay, so we've got to the point where we're now ready to apply our block print to our fabric. The first thing that I like to do is to go ahead and test my ink saturation. Remember, you don't want to have too much ink on your block print because it's going to cause it to spread out and glop in areas you really don't want it to glop. So down here, I went ahead and applied some of my ink. Again, we have Speedball fabric ink that we're using with this. The fabric ink is an oil base. You have a longer working time. Just wanted to toss that out there for you guys, okay? So I got Finn to go ahead and cut down some of the excess off of this so it's easier for me to handle. And he was nice enough to go ahead and put a little grip in there for me if I need. So if you'll notice all these crazy little lines and dots, they correspond with the design. I want to make sure that I can line up the center of my tulip with the center points on my fabric. So let's go ahead and ink this bad boy up and make sure that I have enough ink on here to get a good print. Now you can see these little ball spaces. That means I need more ink. So make a line of your ink on the mirror. And just like you're getting your roller for when you're painting on the wall prepped, I don't know about you, but I really hate painting walls. That's the most boring thing in the whole world. Okay, I just want to make sure I've got a nice coverage on here. And, oh yeah, look at that. That's much better. Okay, so get a good marking. I want to make sure I get good coverage. Many different directions. Get in there, you. That's a stubborn tulip, I'm telling you. Okay. Something else to remember too is when you're doing your inking, depending on whether you're using a metallic or you're using a straight up color, you may have to refresh your ink on the mirror every stamp. So let's do a little test. I'm going to line up my T, see, a little tulip thingy right here. Let's line that bad boy up. Place. Ooh, that was close to the mirror. Give it a little place, give it a little mash. Let's make sure we got some good contact with your fabric. Now, what I like to do is lift up and away in a rotating motion. So rotate the wrist up and away. Not bad. Not bad at all. It could stand a little bit more ink, but what I love is the fact is that these crevices and so far are in a really good position. Now, take a look at your stamp. You can really see where the fabric pulled away a lot of the ink. So when you're ready to print again, we'll just ink over that. A quick word on storage. If you need to step away from this for a moment, get some saran wrap or whatever kind of cling film. Get you some saran wrap or something like this, and you can actually peel some off, put it on your ink. You can cover your block with it. The whole thing is to keep the air from drying it out. So if you need to step away for a potty break, it does happen. Seal these things up with your saran wrap. You can even, wrap up your brayer in it so that it's okay. And this way you can come back to it, just get back to work, okay? So now it's time to actually print on the fabric. I'm going to put my little toys away for just a moment. My test strip. Okay. Here's the actual fabric. This is linen, 100% linen. It is a medium weight linen. Now what I did was I didn't like the color that it was when I purchased it, so I dyed it. It's a little mottled here and there. It's okay. We're going to be printing over this. By the time you get this thing fully printed out, if people are looking at the mottling, then honey, you didn't do something right. So you don't need to worry about that, okay? So what I did was I assembled my garment and left the sides open. Okay, you can see there's a little side seam right here. Here's my little arm gore. There's at the waist. Here's my sleeve. Okay, here's where my neck's going to be. Now what I did was I found the center neck for the shoulder and the center front. And I'm going to lay this pattern right along this center front crease right here. because when I put the interfacing in and roll it under, it's going to have a really nice, crisp, clean look, and it'll be beautifully balanced throughout. So the first thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to stand up so I can kind of see what I've got going on here. Okay. Let's make sure I'm nice and even and balanced. This looks good. I'm going to start from the top and work my way down. This is where I want to have everything beautifully balanced on this particular piece. As I work my way down on this, I really don't care if it comes off the end of this garment. It's going to get hemmed. No one's going to see it. Doesn't matter. All right, so come here, Mr. Ink. Okay, ink up get my stamp. La, 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 la. Pick up a little more. There we go. What I'm going for on this, I don't know if you can see it on the video or not, but it's got a bumpy surface here where the paint is kind of bumping up. Now look here on this crease. You see this little line? There's a bit of ink in there, so I'm going to take my tool and just take that out. Voila. So crazy easy. Find my tulip top. Okay. Steady hands, folks. Steady. Ah, biscuits. I touched it. Hang on. This is live action, guys. What you see is what you get. Okay? All right. I want my tulips to be on top. I've marked it. I have my center. Oh, these shadows are going to kill me. Line up. Okay. I lined my center line that I have on here with the center line that I have ironed into this particular garment. I'm holding my breath. I don't know about you guys, but I'm holding my breath to make sure it's going to work out just right because I don't have any more of this fabric. Okay, ready? Hold yourself down, up and away. Awesome. There is no turning back, kids. Okay, so this is actually lined up with this. It's going to be beautiful. We're going to take this all the way down, and then I'll be taking this pattern piece and actually moving it up here. So it'll be off-centered. So it's not going to go marching across like little soldiers. I'm going to have a whole nother set of this print running in between the ones that go in the center. Okay? So we're going to stop here. I'm going to get to the point to where I'm able to print the second row, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, and here we go.